Hey, can you turn this up for me, please? What is going on?
I'm turning it up, but it's negative. I don't know what's going on.
Go sit down. Let me explain.
Holy oh no!
On your AV processor or AV receiver, you probably have a value of negative numbers from negative 80 all the way up to 0. 0 is what the home theater world calls reference level. But what is reference level? Well, when you plug your microphone in and you're running calibration, you probably notice your receiver turns the volume up all the way to 0. And the reason being is because that is what the audio world calls reference level. When your volume is at 0 dB, you are now at reference level, or the maximum peak volume that your AV receiver or preprocessor can perform. Now it's dangerous to go past 0, and we'll explain why later on in this video, but first let's talk about what reference level is. Volume is measured in decibels, dBs, and you start at negative 80 on a receiver and you go up to 0, again, reference level. So anything between negative 80 and 0 is a safe place to be on your receiver. Now when you hit 0, that's the number you want to stop at. Again, you've reached reference level, or the maximum peak performance your given receiver can perform without causing any extra distortion or damage to your products. So what happens when you go past 0? Because you can. When you go past 0, you introduce what we call clipping. Clipping is when you introduce heat to the sound, or when an amplifier tries to give more power than it has. So the more and more you crank it past 0, the more distortion and heat you introduce to your system, which could cause your speakers to blow prematurely, or you can completely fry your amplifier working too hard to give power that it doesn't have. Some receivers come out of the box already valued at negative dBs, but some receivers, like an Onkyo or a Pioneer maybe, have the ability to switch it from negative value to positive value. So kind of like in your car, when you turn the volume up, you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to its max volume. But on a receiver, it's best to keep it at negative value because you'll never really know what number is referenced if it's not negative. So what does that mean? If you're negative value, negative 80 up to 0, you know when you hit 0, you're at max. But if you're going from 0 to maybe 100, what number is referenced? It's hard to know. So it's dangerous to run it that way because you'll never know when you've reached your peak ability, and you may end up prematurely blowing your system in the process. So guys, go into your receiver or AV processor right now and find that menu where you can change your reference value from positive numbers to negative numbers if you haven't already. I hope that I meant
no such thing as a healthy pretzel.
Were you even listening?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us. What's reference level?
It's like when 0 is negative and you can't go over clipping because of heat damage.
Somebody wasn't listening. But I know you guys were. So leave me a comment down below and let me know, is your receiver set to negative value, or do you have to go back and change it? Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Kpaceguy out. Peace.